Does the idea of eating a pickled rabbit kidney make you uncomfortable? What about having a casual conversation with someone while they're elbow deep in a cow's ass? What about two sisters bonding over a Brazilian wax? All this and more in today's episode of Pulling Focus. Hello fellow cinephiles, what is up? My name's Lou, and today we're having a snack with Rabah. Rabah is a French film about Justine, who's just starting her first year at veterinary school. If you don't speak French, make sure you bring your reading glasses. You know what's weird? This Golden Girls shirt, for some reason Sophia isn't wearing glasses. Does she not wear glasses on the show occasionally? I really don't remember, but it seems weird to me. Anyway, Justine is a vegetarian from a family of vegetarians. After a hazing ritual involving eating a raw organ, Justine starts to have strange cravings. Directed by Julia, I can't wear these. I can't wear these the whole time. Directed by Julia Ducournau, or however you pronounce that, Raw has been receiving good reviews and strong buzz. The idea of a vegetarian becoming cannibal is an interesting concept, so despite the fact that I'm not much of a horror fan, I was cautiously optimistic. I had read that audiences in some screenings were fainting and throwing up or whatever. Since I don't have a weak stomach for gore in films, I can't really relate to that. I will say, while there's plenty of gore, there isn't much violence. A movie like Hostel is a lot more disturbing to me than this, probably because of the level of that violence. So beyond the concept, how is Raw? Let's start with the writing. It's tough to judge dialogue when you don't speak the native language. You have to trust the translation. And while there were some weird words or phrases here and there, overall I liked the writing. What stood out to me was the directing. Ducournau can direct the shit out of a movie, let's get that right. Lots of nice shots, interesting camera movements and framing choices. I'd give this an A for direction. The acting was mostly solid, with some standouts. I thought the actress playing Justine, whose name I refuse to butcher here, was effective. As the movie progressed and the role demanded more and more of her, she got better and better. Something I did keep bumping on, though, was the depiction of veterinary school in Europe. They set up that the first week is kinda like Rush Week, but everything seems really aggressive. One scene reminded me of when the Alpha Betas threw the freshmen out of the dorms in Revenge of the Nerds. Nerds! And a lot of the details around these initiation rituals are super odd. The tone of these scenes was really weird to me. In a way it worked because it made me uncomfortable, but I think I spent more time than was intended trying to figure out how the faculty was either unaware or letting this happen. And don't get me started on the sisters bonding over a nice public piss, or that fucking bikini waxing scene. What the fuck? Also, the professor that berates Justine for being too perfect is way too molestery to ignore. Molestery isn't a word, but I think you get my meaning. Also, I found it kind of distracting how often this film would put the lead actress, who we're led to feel is kind of naive and innocent, into panties, and then position the camera so we're looking straight up her butt. Like repeatedly. That last complaint might be more about me than the film. Best to keep moving. As you can probably tell, I was torn on this movie. On one hand, gnarly concept, cool directing, solid acting. On the other hand, bizarre plot moments bookended by non-sequitur character choices. I feel like I spent too much time outside the story looking in, if that makes any sense. And I have a feeling a lot of that crazy shit was an attempt to throw the viewer off kilter. So do I count it as a con if it was successful? I will say that I kind of dug that ending. Not exactly a twist, but kind of a twist. What a twist! If the idea of a little French girl salivating over a dismembered limb bums you out, this ain't the one for you. But for me, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's quicksand under the car seat. Thanks for stopping by to chat about Raw. If you like what I do or are feeling generous, please consider liking this video and definitely subscribe to my channel. The links are like somewhere around here. And please join me next time when I'll attempt to break the record for most consecutive windmills. You know, the breakdancing move. Shit.